Hello everyone, it's Ray. My first YouTube video here. Chances are, if you're watching this video, we've already talked, and you basically know what you're in for and what you're getting. I just thought I'd make a nice little video in order to save any questions that anyone might have, as well as educate. So here it goes. This is the thumb drive. We talked. You got one. You have one, probably looks just like this. First things first, put the thumb drive inside of the computer. I'm using a laptop, but this works for laptops, desktops, everything. Turn on the computer. Again, we've talked, so you know how to boot this onto your system. But in case you don't, I'll give you the gist of what it is that we're doing now. All computers are sort of different. In the beginning, you can go into the BIOS or you can tell the computer how to boot. On this particular Lenovo computer, it's F12 to choose a temporary startup device, and that's what we're doing. We are trying to get the thumb drive that we just put into the computer to boot. And how we do that here is by selecting it after we press F12 in the beginning and we press enter. Again, since we've talked, you know which one of these applies to you. 86 is for older computers, 64 is for newer 64-bit computers. We've talked, you know which one you're going to do. It loads up some files. Don't feel bad if by any reason yours doesn't load up this fast. This is a pretty fast computer. It'll vary on how fast the computer you are loading the software on will be. Pardon the chick in the beginning. I have absolutely nothing to do with that. I myself purchased this software from a Russian person, I believe, and I guess that's what he thinks we want to see. But if you happen to speak Russian, feel free to select Russian. If not, English is the way to go. It'll install Windows 7, 8, 8.1, and 10. It'll do 32-bit and 64-bit. If you don't know what that is quite alright. For this particular instance, we're going to do Windows 10 for my friend Eddie, who just purchased one. So we're going to do Windows 10, and we're going to hit next. Eddie has Windows 10 Home, I believe. Double check, always. If you have your own key, like for example, if you purchased a computer that came with Windows and you have your own key, you won't need to do what's called activation. You bought that key when you bought your Dell, your HP, your Lenovo, whatever it is that you have. You purchased that key. Eddie has a Windows 10 Home key of his own. So on this next screen, it asks if you want to activate after installation. That's all up to you. If you don't have a key, you'd activate after installation. There's a lot of things to that, so if you want to read up on it and the whole legality issue, that's all on you. I'm not telling you what to do. I didn't make this software. That's just an option that's on there. If you want to take it, you go ahead and do it. I myself don't have a Windows 10 key, so I am going to press both of them, and I'm going to hit next. Windows begins. And basically, you're done picking the version of Windows that you want, and the actual Windows installer is about to begin. So basically, this is like if you purchased a Windows 10 Home CD, it would be beginning right about now. That was perfect. I don't know how that happened. But this is what I have going on this computer. Yours might look a little different. I'm not even sure if you can see mine's. But now you can. There it is there. It has a few different partitions. And basically that's my hard drive, but Windows broke it up into two sections. It means absolutely nothing. You can just start hitting delete and OK on all of them, because since we've talked, you've already backed up your data. And it basically makes it into one. If by any reason it doesn't make it into one, and you just keep hitting delete, and it's not making it into one of two things are happening. You either have like an external hard drive plugged in and is reading it like another hard drive, or you actually have more than one hard drive in your computer. And I mean, that's perfectly okay. But basically you want to delete everything on there. You want to hit delete all the times until basically you can't hit delete anymore, and it all just goes into one thing. After that, you can hit next. If you want to like split your hard drive in two, like split that 232.9 into 2 or 3, have at it by just pressing new. But I don't do that. I just have external hard drives. Just hit next. And basically this is where I leave you. This is the part that takes the longest. You've put in all your settings. After this, I'm going to do another video about when this is done. So stay tuned, and hopefully if I can figure out how to edit it, it'll come right after this, and I'll show you where you put in your Windows key if you have one already. If not, I'll show you how to keep on going without putting in your Windows key. Forgot to mention that it does restart the computer before it comes back. When it restarts the computer, you don't have to do anything. Just to demonstrate, I'm going to take out the thumb drive and just show you that it's out. It's just, it basically loaded it onto your computer, and you finish the setup through your computer. You don't have to take the thumb drive out. And again, remember, it's could be a little slower than this, just because of the fact that this is a pretty fast computer. Sorry about the glare. It's my first YouTube video. I don't really know what I'm doing. Might even restart 2 times. This computer just restarted 2 times by itself. So here's where you enter the product key. It looks a little bit different from version to version. This is Windows 10, but this part will be different if it's Windows 7, because I believe Windows 7 asks you to put in like the time zone first. I don't know too much about Windows 8, but I can't imagine it to be any different. So if it's not the same as this screen, don't get stumped. You're basically just hitting next. This is the part here where my friend Eddie, who has a HP all-in-one, would look around the same place where he found the product key and all that good stuff, or found the HP model number, and would look for the product key for Windows. It's usually like a green colored sticker, has like a holographic thing on it to like prevent theft and that type of deal. Yeah, basically you would put that number in here and everything would be all good. In my case, I hit activate, so I believe that it's already activated. I would just hit next and it would go. Excuse me, you would hit do this later. You'd connect to your Wi-Fi. Right now I'm not gonna, so I'm gonna skip this step. I think this wants you to scroll all the way down, or say use express settings. And then it says create account for this PC. This is all optional. You don't have to. I mean, you have to put in something here, but I like just putting owner. I mean, if you want to put, for instance, as my friend Eddie wanted to put his name there, totally fine. You're just making one right now. You can go in there and make everybody else's later if you choose to. all of a sudden your computer sends you a little message. I'm happy we're here too. This one is going to go straight into activating. Eddie's might not look like this just because of the fact that Eddie has his own key. I don't have my own key. So, you know, mine's is, you know, it's doing its thing. You know what I'm saying? You know. But after this is all done, and it could take a while, believe me, it does take a while. You can delete this one and this one. It'll go in the recycle bin. You can get rid of it. We've talked about how drivers work, and I guess that'll be the other video, how to load up your drivers that I gave you. I guess I'll see you for that video. I don't know how it became a multi-video thing, but it's easy. Congratulations, you just fixed your own computer, I guess. It's all done here. The blue screen's all out of the way, and everything's done. If you activated it on your own without a Windows key, you have these two on your desktop. You can just simply take them, drag them over to the recycle bin. If you don't know how to do this, I'm really sorry, but it's really simple. And then you're going to go over here to the right and just check up on everything. I mean, it asks you to connect to your Wi-Fi, so obviously your Wi-Fi works, so you don't need that driver. And then your sound works. Just kind of press it. If it makes a noise, your sound works. It looks very good, so I know all the video drivers are on. I mean, you're only going to have a problem with drivers at maybe like Windows 7. I know for a fact this computer doesn't really come with many drivers when you load up Windows 7 compared to Windows 10. But still, I know there's going to be drivers that aren't all the way there. You can check that very simply by clicking here and typing in Device Manager and clicking on it. And as you can see on this specific computer, there's a lot of devices that aren't doesn't have the drivers on. So we spoke, and I guess it'll be another video on how to load up the proper drivers. Keeping it brief, Lenovo actually has, when you go online, a way to detect what computer you have, and it'll just download the drivers. It'll do a restart just like how you did the Windows install, and all of a sudden all your drivers are on there and your computer's as good as new. If you need to get to business, I mean, you're more than welcome to come back to this unless there's something specific that you need there. Like, for example, like it's not any of these, but if the webcam wasn't installed, I mean, you obviously wouldn't be able to use the webcam. It's really that simple. But for the most part, if you're able to click on the Wi-Fi, I'd start off by hitting Internet Explorer and then downloading your favorite browser. Unless Internet Explorer is your favorite browser, then you're all good to go. You can download Opera, Chrome, Firefox, whatever it is that you like. I just start downloading all the stuff you had before. This is the time where you plug in your hard drive and start making files on your desktop. Like, for example, if you had a lot of family pics and you know how hard it was for you to save all those, you know, now you can go in there and you can type in, you know, like grandma, you know what I mean? And as you're unloading them from your computer, wherever that might be on Windows 8, when you plug it in, you can just start, dumping all your grandma pics inside of here, you know, your sons, whatever. Enjoy. Hopefully that was painless. I don't think it was too difficult. If anything, you waited. But there you go. Now you don't have to wait ever when you want to do stuff on your computer. Your computer's as good as the day you got it out of the box. Hopefully you're happy. Enjoy. Leave some feedback. I'm really sorry about the picture of the girl. I guess I need to look up some YouTube videos on how to get rid of that and modify that. Maybe if you'd like to leave some comments about what I should change the picture in the background to, that'd be great. because I have absolutely no idea. I mean, I guess I leave it blank or like, you know, make it look like all techie. So like whenever you come through and help somebody fix their computer, you look like super cool. So just let me know what that is. All right. Thanks guys. Appreciate it.